guys, it's Kristen and I'm back again, this time to talk about my most anticipated TV shows of 2018. The first one is a Netflix show called Maniac. It stars Jonah Hill and Emma Stone, which already sounds interesting to me. And the story revolves around the fantasy world that these two patients create in this mental institution. The series is a dark comedy and it's actually based off of a Norwegian series. The first thought I get when I hear the description of that show is kind of like, oh, like will this be like a cool, whimsical, pushing daisies or like a series of unfortunate events type of vibe where it's kind of like whimsical, funny, but like really dark at the same time. I think that could be really interesting. We haven't gotten a trailer or anything for this yet, so I'm just kind of going off of speculation. I also think it's going to be cool to see Jonah Hill and Emma Stone work together again. I'm pretty sure this is their first project together since Superbad, and I remember they had a lot of fun chemistry there, so I think this is going to definitely play up both of their comedic sides, and to see them together again is going to be really fun. Jessica Jones Season 2 is coming back to Netflix next year. That's going to be really awesome. Jessica Jones is my favorite Netflix Marvel show. I think that there's a lot of great messages and a lot of great topics that they touch upon on the series. You know, PTSD, rape, dealing with issues. One of my favorite things about Jessica Jones is that she's this hero who feels like she doesn't deserve to be a hero, but she still wants to help people. There's just like a lot going on there. It's dark, it's brooding, it's noir, and it's just really good. CW has a new show coming out called Life Sentence that stars Lucy Hale. In the series, her character finally beats terminal cancer, and this is really exciting. But now she learns that her whole life has kind of been a little bit of a lie because the people in her life have been doing things to make everything convenient for her and have been lying about who they are and about the things that they want in life just to make her happy. So she's kind of starting life all over again and discovering that the people that she knows and loves haven't been able to be their true selves while they've been trying to help her heal. I think it's gonna be kind of like a self-discovery and like a world discovery type of show where she's gonna be figuring out and starting things over for the first time because she's finally able to really live her life. Freeform has a new show coming out called Siren that I think seems really interesting. I like mermaid stories. The story is about this mysterious girl who comes to town and she kind of proves that the local legends about mermaids are maybe a little bit more than legend. They kind of like inadvertently start this war for the ocean between the people of this town and the mermaids. So it kind of seems darker. The way that the mermaids look, they kind of look a little scary, like maybe in Harry Potter, how they kind of look creepy. It kind of looks like that. Actually, at New York Comic Con, they had this interesting freeform kind of exhibit area where they actually had a mermaid from the show Siren swimming around, and I'll try to insert a video because I took one. Here you go. She was just like kind of creepy looking. Like they look like they would suck your souls out. But I mean, who knows? Maybe they're like secretly nice. This seems like a darker, more monstrous kind of mermaid story. Like, this ain't your Ariel, you know? Another series coming to Freeform that I think sounds really awesome is Cloak and Dagger. This is the first Marvel TV show that Freeform is getting, so it's gonna be, you know, set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's always the chance that things can cross over, you never know. It stars Olivia Holt and Aubrey Joseph as these two teens from different backgrounds who have this accident, and it connects them and gives them superpowers and also a romantic relationship, so you know, it has that classic teen drama, romance, superpowers combo that, like, I love. So I think it's gonna be cool. I'm interested in NBC's Rise. It's by a producer of Hamilton and a producer of Friday Night Lights and Parenthood, so I feel like that already gives you like a feel of what the show is gonna be about. It's based off of a book and, you know, inspired by a true story about this teacher who kind of takes on the theater department and really does some amazing things with it. And there's a lot of cool people in it, like Josh Radnor from How I Met Your Mother, Rosie Perez, Shannon Purser from Stranger Things and Riverdale is in a few episodes, Stephanie J. Block, who, you know, has that theater background, Auligi Carvalho is also in it, you know, Moana, and I gotta say that's actually the reason why I was kind of interested in checking the show out to begin with, because, you know, she's such a great singer. I'm like a sucker for theater, musicals, especially shows about them or books or movies. Like I'll get sucked in, so I'm into it. They're airing it right after the season finale of This Is Us, which is like a huge show for NBC, and it's gonna kind of take that show's place while it's between seasons. So it seems like they're really pushing for Rise to do well. Marvel's New Warriors is another show that sounds really cool. I don't think they have a network for it right now. It was supposed to be on Freeform, but Marvel wanted it to come out in 2018, and Freeform doesn't have enough space for it right now in their roster, so I know that they like kind of took the show back and they're trying to figure out some other Disney, ABC affiliated shows to send it out on. But I'm excited for this because I think it's going to be really fun and funny. It's about these people with superpowers that want to do good in the world, but they're not quite ready to be superheroes yet. The team is kind of being led by Squirrel Girl, which I think is going to be really awesome. She has a comic book series out that's pretty popular right now. And then there's a bunch of other people a part of this team that they just have like goofy, funny powers. So Squirrel Girl can obviously communicate with squirrels, but she also fights and has agility like a squirrel. There's a guy who is immortal. There's a guy who has literally no superpowers, but he's a local YouTube celebrity and he's really rich. There's a guy who tosses kinetic balls of energy, but he has really bad aim. There's a low-level kinetic trickster. There's someone who's like a hypochondriac, but they can talk to germs. It's like, what kind of superpower is that? It just sounds really goofy, so I think I'm gonna enjoy it. I hope so. A Series of Unfortunate Events Season 2 is coming out. That is going to be really awesome. I loved Season 1 this year. It was just such a good show. I actually talked about it in my favorites of 2017 video if you want to check that out. See what other shows I was also into this year. But Season 2 is going to pick up right where Season 1 left off with the Baudelaire siblings at the Proof Rock Preparatory School. It's going to cover books 5 through 9, and from what I've read, it's supposed to be darker, sadder. The Baudelaire siblings are going to be trying to take more control of their lives. I'm excited for the new characters we're going to be introduced to. I'm ready to see what Count Olaf is going to disguise himself as next. I think it's going to be a really great Season 2. 13 Reasons Why Season 2 is going to be another one to watch next year. The first book was completely covered in the first season, so now they're kind of like coming up with new things. Like, we don't know what they're going to do next. I've read that they're going to, you know, really tackle all of those cliffhangers that they left us with at the end of Season 1. They're really going to address, like, the conversation of, like, who's responsible for Hannah's death. Is it partly on the school? Is it someone else? Like, is someone responsible? The main voiceover of the season is not going to be done by Hannah, but she's still going to be there. They're going to be doing a lot of back and forth between the past and the present and kind of interweaving the stories like they did in the first season. I think this is really going to be a lot of, like, cause and effect and seeing, like, you know, what happens after things like this happen. It's a deep, dark story. You can see at the end of Season 1 that, like, one person's actions can affect so many different things and affect so many different people, and like it's kind of like a domino effect. It's still going on even in Season 2, even though Hannah is dead at this point and doesn't have any more cassette tapes to share, or does she? I don't know. There was like something going on there where there might have been more, but you know, you can just see like there's still so much going on with her story and with other people's stories. So I think it's gonna be definitely heavy, so take care of yourself when you're watching the show, but I think it's gonna be really interesting to see where they go next. What did you guys think of my list? I feel like I covered a lot of shows there, but I hope that maybe it inspires you to check some out. I would love to know though what you want to watch in 2018, so make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what shows you're most excited for. Maybe I need to add some more to my list. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and click that subscribe button because I come out with new videos every week. See ya!